A global climate deal has been struck at the COP28 summit in Dubai, and for the first time, it takes direct aim at fossil fuels.
Climate correspondent Isabel Ewing is here with the details. Isabel.
That's right. It's taken 28 years of climate negotiations, but world leaders have finally agreed to wean the global economy off the main cause of climate change, the burning of fossil fuels. But crucially, for small island states like our Pacific neighbours, the agreement did not include an explicit commitment to phase out or even phase down fossil fuels. Instead, countries will transition away from fossil fuels in energy systems in a just, orderly and equitable manner. Although critics say it's been watered down, the deal is being celebrated as a historic milestone signalling the beginning of the end of the fossil fuel era. After 2 weeks of climate talks led by an oil company boss in a desert kingdom built on oil, the world has agreed to move away from burning oil, gas and coal.
We have confronted realities and we have set the world in the right direction.
At the tail end of the hottest year on record, nearly 200 countries committed to transition away from fossil fuels and energy systems in a just, orderly and equitable manner, accelerating action in this critical decade so as to achieve net zero by 2050. The burning of fossil fuels is the biggest contributor to our warming world through their emissions which blanket the earth, trapping the sun's heat. It's hoped this deal will see emissions peak by 2025 and keep the target of limiting global warming to 1.5 degrees within reach.
You put common interest ahead of self-interest. Hearing no objection, it is so decided.
But there was objection. The Alliance of Small Island States say the deal was rushed through while they weren't even in the hall.
We have made an incremental advancements over business as usual, when what we really needed is an exponential step change in our actions and support.
For the majority, though, it was progress.
That can't be underestimated. That consensus has not been in place before. That language around fossil fuels has not been there before.
But the Climate Change Minister is facing questions back home over how he plans to meet the climate targets, the government having just pledged to axe or delay several pollution-cutting policies.
It shows that they are out of their depth and have no vision and no plan for how to actually move our country and be leading the world towards a lower emission future.
New Zealand's plan to reverse the ban on offshore oil and gas exploration has already drawn ridicule at COP, while an open letter signed by a group of Kiwi climate professionals asks the government to reconsider its stance to avoid reputational and economic risk. Climate scientists hope the COP deal will stimulate green investment and prompt moves to finance poor countries to shift to green technology.
This is one step along the journey that is not about saving the planet. The planet will be orbiting the sun long after we're gone. This is a journey towards saving us.
And the journey to keep 1.5 degrees within grasp will require the words from these world leaders to be turned into actions. Isabel Ewing, Newshub.